This is Ezekiel 39 and 1. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog, and say, Thus saith the Most High, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will leave thee back, and leave but the sixth part of thee, and will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. And I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand, and cause thine arrows to fall out of thy right hand. And I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well out of New York. Trailblazers of Israel, salutations, blessings, peace to the sincere elect out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. And keep fighting, brothers. This age is almost over. This thing is almost under wraps. All right, but I wanted to bring out a little video, just a refresher. You know, Jake want to sit up here and argue over bullshit, but at the end of the day, hey, prophecy says what it says. You know, the end is what it is, and it's written. You know, either you know it or you don't. That's why we're not in the spirit to argue. Scriptures say what? Answer not a fool according to his folly. And we're not here for strife. We're not here to go back. This is not a battle rap. You know, do that with niggas who don't know anything, man. Do that with Sanita. All right, this is Ezekiel 39, and yeah, the Esau is gonna fall. All right, the scriptures talk about them falling. It says, what, a third part of men. It's talking about the sons of the wicked. All right, now, are all of them going to fall when Babylon is destroyed? No. All right, because when it talks about that, we're going to go into the heavens to find them under the sea, you know, although they dig in the hill. Edomites have bunkers and stuff worldwide. And going back to this Ezekiel 39, the Lord said, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. He said, I am against thee. Yeah, the Russians are Edomites. All right, are they part of the beast? Well, let's see. Because no, they're not part of NATO and the EU. But this is a different beast. It's Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. And we know this beast this beast from verse 1 is a representation for NATO and the EU. It says, in the beast which I saw, which this is a representation of Esau's power seat, his rulership. The beast had the different kingdoms in his rulership, and the beast I saw was like unto a leopard, right? The Greek Empire, that was a part of their rulership, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. Russia, which comes at the end of their rulership, the feet of the bear, and his mouth is the mouth of a lion. All right, that's the British Empire. All right, that lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. The dragon represented Rome. All right, when you look up from verse 1, this beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns, It's a woman in scarlet riding that beast. And that's America. The whore that sitteth upon many waters. When you look at Russia, they might have a certain amount of immigrants, but the place primarily that has allowed all these other nations to come here and has catered to them, open its legs, so to speak, in bed with these other nations, is America. Okay, Russia is represented by the feet of the bear. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded. So Russia is a part of Esau's power structure because, they've ruled on that particular side of the world. Esau was promised rulership over the earth, right? They ruled on that part of the world. All right, when you look up, like you watch Napoleon, basically Napoleon was able to take everybody down. But then when they tried to chase them into Russia, he won the campaigns, but he lost so many soldiers that they took away his generalship and they basically banished him to that. And then he came back. He lost another fight, and then he was banished again. Yeah, Russia was never, when you look at Russia, it's never really been taken out like that. The Lord has preserved them unto the end. All right, the Lord has preserved them for the final battle, all right, which is what Ezekiel 39 is about. All right, he set his face against them. He said, verse 2, Ezekiel 39:2, I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, and I will cause thee to come up from the north parts and will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. And Russia is going to attack the state of Israel. All right, yeah, this final war, this final battle of Jehoshaphat, they're going to be a major player in that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Putin talk. Why would the Lord allow them to rise up again? Why would the Lord allow them to do that? If He said, "My face is against thee," that's foolishness.
Well, I became president in 2000. I thought, okay, the Yugoslav issue is over, but we should try to restore relations. Let's reopen the door that Russia had tried to go through. And moreover, I said it publicly, I can reiterate. At a meeting here in the Kremlin with the outgoing President Bill Clinton, right here in the next room, I said to him, I asked him, Bill, do you think if Russia asked to join NATO, do you think it would happen? Suddenly he said, it's interesting. I think so. But in the evening, when we met for dinner, he said, I've talked to my team. No, it's not possible now. You can ask him. I think he will watch our interview. He'll confirm it. I wouldn't have said anything like that if it hadn't happened. Okay.
Were you sincere?
It's impossible now.
Would you have joined NATO?
Look, I asked the question, is it possible or not? And the answer I got was no. If I was insincere in my desire to find out what the leadership position was...
But if he had said yes, would you have joined NATO?
If he had said yes, the process of rapprochement would have commenced, and eventually it might have happened if we had seen some sincere wish on the other side of our partners. But it didn't happen. Well, no means no. Okay, fine.
Why do you think that is? Just to get to motive. I know you're clearly bitter about it. I understand. But why do you think the West rebuffed you then? Why the hostility? Why did the end of the Cold War not fix the relationship? What motivates this from your point of view?
You said I was bitter about the answer. No, it's not bitterness. It's just a statement of fact. We're not bride and groom, bitterness, resentment. It's not about those kind of matters in such circumstances. We just realized we weren't welcome there, that's all. Okay, fine. But let's build relations in another manner. Let's work for common ground.
And the thing is, yeah, that's Ezekiel 38. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even with great company, with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? And everybody in this battle of Jehoshaphat, which Russia's going to have most of their army in Jehoshaphat, but it said, I will turn and leave but the sixth part of thee, and will cause thee to come up from the north part. So the majority of their army is going to go to the valley of Jehoshaphat. A part of it is going to descend on Israel in verse 2, the state of Israel. So, yeah, they are. He said they're not offended, they're not pissed off, but they are. Right? And they're going to revert back to their old ways. And what I was saying, yeah, the Lord has preserved them, even with when the Germans fought against them, which, interestingly enough, the Polish, who were, man, this whole world, man, is weird. That's how you know the Edomites are ruling. Because Germany fought against the United States. The U.S. allowed some of them to flip and come in and start NASA and start, and help out their different missile programs. All right, Russia did the same thing. All right, the Polish were on the side of the Germans. They were allowed to come over and migrate heavily into the United States. Like, Esau shit is all fucked up, man. There's the politics, the who gets what, but they all did under the guise of so-called whiteness. But these are my brethren. All these people about to come to, they about to shoot, they about to have guns aimed at each other, man, and be destroyed. And yeah, like Putin just confirmed, no, we were never part of NATO. Yeah, they were never part of the 7 heads and the 10 horns. They were never part of that. All right, and but still pissed off, which is why they're fighting with Ukraine. They're pissed off because I believe that Ukraine basically was founded in, I believe it was 1991, after the Soviet Empire collapsed. They got weak. And basically, that's what happened. The U.S. went over there and chopped up that, and then broke up. Yugoslavia was broken up. All the little, Balkan states or whatever. And this was all done tactically, so that they could destabilize that region. So Russia wouldn't have so much power. Of course, Ukraine being the bread basket of Europe, made sure that they broke that off so Europe could have, control into that region. All right. But the main point, Russia is not going to rise again because they're going to be taken out too. All right. All Edomites are going to be taken out. Whatever side they're on, whoever is saying what, or whatever technology, because that's what he was saying too. We have the premier hypersonic missile technology, which is true. From what they say, from what we can see, but it's not going to matter. All right, what's that? 2 Ezra 13, the Lord's going to come down, and all these different armies that Durst fight are going to be taken out. So, Lord willing, it's edifying. just leave it right there. It's always important to go over these different breakdowns, because that's what keeps us. What does it say? Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. That's what keeps your mind stable. You know, a lot of these Israelites, they believe some other shit. They believe some bugged out shit. So when they roll out with these different troops, a lot of Israelites, a lot of people are gonna flee, panic. Right, when they roll out with Revelation 13 and all the different stuff, the charagma, a lot of Israelites is going to foolishly take it. Some of them is going to go crazy. It's going to be all kind of shit, man. And that's why we pray, that prayer out of the scriptures, man. Hide me, in the shadow of the Almighty. All right, shit's about to get crazy. If they cut the internet today, most of these people will go crazy. If they cut your cards off, cut off all digital, all that shit, most of these people would take the charagma. Put military troops on the street. Famine hit. Yeah, but these people they don't have any real willpower. We've seen what happens when Esau comes down and forces people or coaxes them, because they try to say, well, we never forced anybody to take that. No, you just coaxed people and promoted that shit 24 hours a day on all forms of media, which you guys control. All right? But yeah, we're coming to the end of this age, man. Stay grounded in the faith, Akim. We know who our cornerstone is. We know what our foundation is, man. And let's continue to build and grow in the word of the Lord and abound. Shalom.